Mount Kenya East Youth.
Time yetu.
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 Ladies and gentlemen of the press, briefing of the Mount Kenya East Youth Caucus. You will notice that today we are in Chuka, Tharaka Nithi County. Let me begin by thanking you profusely for your professional and accurate coverage of our previous events, including the first press conference that we had in Meru County. Since the last time that we addressed you, we have traveled far and wide in the counties of Mount Kenya East, consulting with our fellow youth, listening to the views and opinions of our peers, and sharing in the unyielding vision of this caucus, which is primarily to ensure that the youth are collectively well represented and included in our political processes and decisions of the region. We can say that our mission has been successful, and this is why today we are here. Everywhere that we have gone to consult with our fellow youth, we have posed the question to them as well as to ourselves. Are we ready to be shortchanged, left out, or given piecemeal inclusion in the politics of the region?
No.
And everywhere the answer has been a resounding no. Let us repeat that again. No. And thus, this caucus has grown in both numbers in the assurance that we are indeed speaking for and on behalf of the entire youth generation of the region. All three counties included, Meru, Embu, and Tharaka Nithi. We are voicing the concerns that have plagued us and our fellow youth. In the past, the voices of the youth have been stifled, but not any longer. The time has come to stop this. The young people of Mount Kenya East are rolling like lions. We have refused to remain timid. We have refused to remain silent. We have refused to remain naive. Rather, our voices must be heard, and the time is now. Listen closely, look keenly. When you look at these members here, look at them. When you look at the aspirations and what they have come to do today, there has come a new awakening of the youth in Mount Kenya East. You can smell it in the air, you can feel it, and it is the reason that we are here.
Yes.
In the wake of us launching the Mount Kenya East Youth Caucus, several groupings with the intention of advocating for youth inclusion in the political space have sprung up. We recognize them not only because we set the trend and lit the path, but as well as because our goals are aligned. And for as long as their goal remains to advocate for proper and full inclusion of the youth in the political affairs of Mount Kenya East, we remain together, we remain united, and we speak with one voice. I am glad to state that significant steps have been made towards the formation of a political party in Mount Kenya region, and especially Mount Kenya East. We, the young people, have continued to make our position and interest clear. In whichever kitchen that mega party for the region is being cooked, that is exactly where we want to be, and that is where we shall be. We have decided that we will no longer be on the menu. We want to sit at the decision table to decide what will be on the menu. In the meantime, we shall continue to endorse and popularize the anticipated party because we honestly believe that this is an idea whose time has come, as we elaborated during our last press statement and as we insist on the same today. Let me reiterate that we as Mount Kenya East Youth Caucus are firmly in support of Honorable Speaker Justin Muturi to carry the mantle of the spokesperson of the region. We have watched with puzzled disbelief some politicians from the region attempt to undermine Honorable Muturi. They have held meetings and political rallies with the intention of discouraging and distracting him from performing his role or speaking for the region. This is not acceptable. Surprisingly, some of these politicians have been undermining the unity of Mount Kenya East region, had the opportunity to draw their hat in the ring in the beginning when the region was looking for a spokesman, but when the moment was called, they cowed and failed to rise to the occasion. As youths of this region, as youths of Mount Kenya East region, we refuse to be confused by the said politicians. We refuse to be disunified. We refuse to be discouraged. We say no to them, and we remain relentless in our support for Honorable Justin Muturi.
Yes.
We are calling for our fellow youth to ignore all those who are determined to work against the unity of the region and identify them for what they are, agents of chaos, disunity and disorder. Yes. We must realize that if we are to be taken seriously as a region, we need to rally behind one spokesman and give him all the support and the blessings of the region. The person is Honorable Justin Muturi. We finish by encouraging Honorable Muturi to ignore the critics and keep doing the fantastic job of representing and speaking for the region. We quote the words of a famous USA president, Theodore Roosevelt, who said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man in the arena whose face is marred by the dust and the sweat and blood. His place shall never be with the cold and the timid souls who neither knew victory nor defeat." Honorable Muturi is our main man in the arena. Yes. He's our nchamba. Yes. And we shall continue supporting him to speak for the region.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dennis Jeru from Embu, and we have come together as youths from Embu, Tharaka Nithi, and Meru County. We decided to come together and sort our issues as youths. We have come to realize that the national cake that is being shared, being called Mount Kenya region, we as people of Mount Kenya East, we are sidelined by the people from the other side, Mount Kenya West. You can count, currently in government, they have taken at least 75% of the posts in Mount Kenya. We as youth have come together and we have decided, let it be shared equally. As long as you are Mount Kenya, regardless you are from west, east, south or north, we are going to share this cake equally. The other thing, we have come to realize that we have some leaders from the same Mount Kenya East and Mount Kenya West who are against the coronation of one Honorable J.B. Muturi to be Mount Kenya spokesperson. It is with us that somebody like Peter Munya, somebody like Waiguru, and others like Iria, they are against this appointment. Starting with Munya, it is very clear. Peter Munya, the chair of PNU party, which he himself failed to deliver. It is very bad as a chair of political party, yet you can't deliver it in your county. It's very bad. We have seen people like Iria who claim that their county control 1.5 voters, which is not true. We have the data. We know what Murang'a County has. We have the data of Kirinyaga. We have the data of Tharaka Nithi, and we have the data of Meru County. Let's have one voice. Let's have one agenda, and that's why we as the youths, we have decided to unite all the youths from Mount Kenya East, and we are going up to Mount Kenya West. Mount Kenya youths will have one voice, one agenda, and that is we are pushing for unity as one J.B. Muturi is advocating for. Kusema mlima Mount Kenya umegawana. Kuna jambo ambalo unasahau kwamba Speaker J.B. Muturi ndiye tumepea mamlaka ya kuunganisha mlima Kenya. Tunayo imani mno kwamba mahali pote ambapo unaona kama kuna mgawanyiko, tunamuamini kwamba hiyo pengo unaona atafunga. Kwa hivyo ndio nakupea muda tu kidogo tu, utaona mwanya ambao unaona utakuwa umezibika kabisa. Swali la pili ambalo umeelekeza kwetu ni kwamba kuna chama ama kuna mtu ambaye ameingia katika mlima Kenya kuomba kura. Kuna jambo moja ningetaka nikuambie na nimelisema. Vile J.B. Muturi atatuambia, hiyo ndio msimamo ambao tuko nayo. Aidha watu waruke, wakuje, vile atatuambia, yeye ndiye tumepea mamlaka ya kutuonyesha njia. So kusema kuna mtu ameingia Mount Kenya na hajatuambia, sisi hatumjui. Hadi pale atakuja tuambie hii ndio chama, huyu ndiye mtu tunapigia kura. Kutoka hapo basi itakuwa jukumu lako kuangalia kwa makini kama itafanyika vile atatuambia. Lakini ujue kwamba vile yeye atatuambia tutashikana na yeye na tutafanya hivyo anasema tufanye. Njuri Njeke vile lisimama ikasema JB Muturi, anezi tuambie kuna Njuri Njeke ingine. Hiyo lisimama ikasema mtu ni JB Muturi, akapelekwa Kikuyu wakasema mtu ni JB Muturi. Embu tukasema vile hatujawahi sikia mtu yeyote, chama yeyote ama kikundi chochote ambayo kinasema si huyu ni huyu. Na ndio maana nimekuambia kama ni maneno ya Munya, mwambie asahau.
We have nothing completely and we have nothing against our brothers there in Mount Kenya West. In fact, we have an history with them. We have supported them for so many decades and now it is our time. We are coming together and asking them, as brothers to brother, just support us for this one time and see where we are headed in this government. So we are just telling our youths there and all other members or our other groups, the elders in Mount Kenya West, they come together, let's support Mount Kenya East, let us lead them for this one time and see where we are headed to. My second message goes to one and only Kiiunjuri. We know Kiiunjuri as one of our politicians in Kenya. We cannot completely compare Kiiunjuri to who we are headed to in Mount Kenya East. We know Kiiunjuri is a failed leader. He has failed in his career as a MP. We know he has failed in his career as a CS. And now he's meandering here and there, trying to fit in a political outfit that is his. Now we want to tell him, now hold our brother Muturi by hand, and we'll come here and we'll appreciate you and we'll be able to support you in your quest for any other political seat in Kenya. But for now, please, my friend Kiiunjuri, we are very competent with our friend, with our honorable JB Muturi. We know he's a performer. Apart from the former speaker, the former speaker from Masai, we call him Kaparo. We know JB Muturi is the longest serving speaker of the National Assembly for now. He's serving for his 10th term and we are proud of him and he's a good performer. Now my third message goes to one and only my friend CS Peter Munya. We know Peter Munya, as a friend has told us, is also a failed leader. How is he a failed leader? He failed in his quest as a governor. He failed in his party. He never delivered his party. His party has got only one MP in Meru, which was a Meru party. We also know that in his duties as a CS, we also know the statistics. He's one of the poor performing ministers in our government right away. So how do we support failures? How do we support failures? We don't need to support failures. Yet we have bright and brilliant leaders who are ahead of us. My third and almost final message, and on that note about Kiiunjuri and Munya, I want to give my thanks to our able leaders in the 3 counties, that is Meru, the Tharaka Nithi and Embu counties, that is Kirito Moronge, our governor in Meru. We have Muthomi Njoki, and we have also Martin Wambora. They have made the most brilliant political move of the decade by joining forces and making our bloc become one, so that we have what we call the bargaining power. We have the numbers and we have everything it takes for us to move forward. So I want to give thanks to all 3 governors for supporting our quest, and we support them fully. And in their quest, in their regional politics, we are going to work with them together and we are going to see them go forward. And my final and last message goes to our Honorable JB Muturi. We want to tell him, as youths of Mount Kenya East region, we are very much in support of you and never feel intimidated when you're in this region. We are going to fight for you and we are going to be with you. Tuhesabu kama jeshi lako, Mheshimiwa JB Muturi. As I was talking about my brothers in the West, as we know very well, Mount Kenya West, we have supported them for decades. Now this is the 6th decade supporting them, and we are brothers, as we said. But as my friend Muturi said the other day, if at all Mount Kenya West, for this one chance, we are telling you to support us. If at all we have supported you for 6 good decades, if at all you are not going to support us in this single quest, then as our leader Muturi said, kama ni kupasuka, wacha ipasuke. Because we have supported you for so many years, so many decades, 6 good decades. And now we only want this one chance to give us that quest and see where we are headed as a country.
JB Muturi's stand, is he really the focused guy that Mount Kenya wants?
Now, if you come to our local politics in Mount Kenya region, there is no any other leader apart from one lone ranger known as Munya. There is no any other leader, from the top brass leaders, from the governors to the senators to the women rep to the MPs and even to the MCAs. Every other leader in the region sees it right that JB Muturi holds the torch for Mount Kenya East region. Who are we to decline that? Who are we? We only have one lone ranger in the name of Munya, who is against everybody. He doesn't work with any other leader. Supporting the West. But we have no problem with the West. West come together and we hold out together. And that's my point on that. And that's our point as the Mount Kenya East Youth Caucus on that point.
Uongozi ambao tuko na CS wawili unaenda kuisha next year. So tunajipanga ule uongozi utakaokuja baada ya huu mwaka ndio tuweze kupata nafasi mingi pia. Na si tuko na tumbo kubwa ama nini, lakini sisi kama vijana asoa, ningependa unitajie yule kijana mmoja wa Mount Kenya East ambaye ako na nafasi kubwa katika serikali kubwa. Ukinipea mmoja, tutafunga hii mkutano saa hii tu tumalize hiyo story. A single youth. CS wetu Munya amesema wale wazee walikutana pale, na ningependa pia kusema si wazee wa Meru peke yake wa Njuri Ncheke. Pia kulikuwa na wazee wa Ngome wa pande ya Embu. Na Munya amesema hao walikuwa wazee bandia. So mimi ningependa kusema siku ya leo kama walikuwa wazee bandia, Munya ni mzee wa kwanza kuwa bandia kwa sababu alikuwa kwa hiyo mkutano. So if it was a matter of fake Njuri Ncheke, he is also a fake Njuri Ncheke. And maybe we thank somebody like Governor Kiriti was not there and he is supporting the notion. So even nilisikia wazee wa Njuri Ncheke wakisema wataita Munya kando na watamuitisha ile faini yao kwa sababu anawandunisha. Hiyo ni moja. Jambo lingine ya pili umeuliza ni ya mambo ya political party. Ni ukweli ukienda kama pande ya Mount Kenya East kuna vyama zaidi ya 15. Si tunasema atupigani na vyama vingine, but even as we have 20 or 30 parties, let us have that one party that has an agenda of Mount Kenya East. We are not fighting other parties. Yes. Tunasemanga nyasi ni mingi na hakuna ng'ombe itamaliziwa nyasi.
Iria hizo vitu.
Piga moja.
Karemba tuko ndani kweli?
Agenda.
Mtu ya himu wake kwa agenda. Tuko ndani ama tuko nje?